Welcome back, Brush Monkeys. This week we are looking at Arnise, the Elf Death Seeker, excuse me, from Reaper Miniatures. She is kind of sort of the elf version of the Dwarven Slayers from Warhammer. But yeah, she's got a lot of weapons on her. She looks really good. And I don't know why, for some reason, I always feel like I got to paint warrior women with red hair and paint them up as like Red Sonja. But, you know, it works. So that's how I'm going to do it. I originally had on the plan to use Guilliman Flesh and then a Pale Flesh highlight. And I think instead, since I've got the Army Painter Flesh Tone set, I'm going to use this triad of, let me get them in front of here. Topaz skin for the base. It's kind of a nice bright pink, well, medium pink kind of tone. And then I'll shade wash it with Reikland Flesh Shade. And then layer it with Dorado skin, which is lighter color. And then I'll probably highlight with a combination of Dorado skin and Opal skin, which is like almost white kind of tone. I'll just use this to lighten up the Dorado skin a little bit. And of course I'm still using the brown rose for her lips, Vallejo. Game color Scarlet Red for her hair with a dry brush of Astrath Red. Most of her armor and clothing is going to be, or most of her armor I should say, is going to be snakebite leather. Her clothing is going to be orc flesh. Her weaponry is going to be blackened steel with a Necron dry brush. I got Basilicanum gray for these rocks that she's standing on with the Dawnstone dry brush. The texture around the base is going to be Dark Angel's green with a Niblet green dry brush and then dark green base band. In addition to painting her this week, next week I'm painting the Small World version of her. This little chibi version that's also from Reaper Bones. And I'll be using the same colors for the chibi version that I used for the original, with the exception of her eyes, since her eyes are much more pronounced in this one than they are on the original. And her eyes are going to have jade green and emerald green with a black pupil in the middle. I'll do nice big cartoony anime eyes on her. Everything else will still be the same though. So that should be fun, seeing the similarities between the two of them. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and pause and get started on the skin tones, and then we'll come back and take a look at her. Alright, see you soon. Bye. Alright, Brush Monkeys, time for a progress update on our girl here. I actually got a lot more done on her than I meant to. But let's go ahead and take a look here. As you can see, I got her skin done. I also got her hair done. This looks pretty good. I got the cloth painted with the orc flesh. And I also got all the leathers based in Wraithbone. So I get that nice warm snakebite leather look, or that nice warm leather look out of it. The majority of her armor actually appears to be metal, so I'm going to go over that with the blackened steel before I do the snakebite leather, because a lot of it's underneath the leather. Things like her breastplate, the axe head, the little dagger she's got here on her arm, the greaves on her boots. I painted that whole thing as leather, but it's actually only these little straps here. The rest of that's all steel. The vambrace, the pauldron, you see she's got this harness on the back. It's all going to be leather. The hilt of her sword and the majority of her scabbard here and the axe handle are all going to be wildwood. And then I'm probably going to do a little bit of gold on the hilt and pommel of her sword. So I'm going to have to go back over and do that. But yeah, she's coming along really nicely. I really like how she's looking. I think she looks fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here and go do the medals. So, see you soon. Bye. Alright, Brush Monkeys. As you can see, we've got her armor and everything all painted up. It looks really good. Pretty happy with how it came out. Still got to paint the leather straps and everything, so we're going to do that next. I'm going to take a little break here and let all that dry. I think I'm going to, I was going to dry brush the armor and the axe blade, particularly with Necron compound, but I think I'm going to give it a quick once over with Nuln Oil first and darken it down a little bit, kind of bring out all that little detail, and then we'll go over with the Necron. It'll bring it back up where we want it. And there are a couple little spots on the backs of her boots and whatnot that I got to looking at better and realized those are probably overlapping metal plates and not actually leather straps. So I painted those as such. And she's looking pretty good. So I'm going to pause here and go do all the leather, and then we'll come back and take a look at her. Alright, see you soon. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, I've got the leather done on her, and she looks really fantastic. I'm really loving how that looks. Also, as you can see, went over the parts that are going to be wood with the wraith bone to prepare those. The bottom of her scabbard here, the hilt and pommel of her sword are all going to be gold. So I'm going to do that in Vallejo model color old gold, and probably shade wash it a little bit with just a little bit of Reichland flesh shade. But for now I'm going to wait and let that leather dry, and then I'm going to go over the armor with the Nuln Oil. I think she's got some kind of little dragon or eagle design or something on the top of her battle axe there. If you can see that. I may do that in gold as well, just to make that stand out a little bit. But yeah, she's looking pretty good. I'm really liking how she's coming out so far. It's been a fun one to paint. All right. So I'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Alright, so now we've got the Nuln Oil on the armor. You can see it's a little darkened. I'm going to let that dry because it's obviously still wet, and then we'll come back and dry brush it, do the golds, and then it's all over but the basing. So she's coming along pretty nicely. I really like how she's turning out. So like I said, I'm going to take a few minutes and let that Nuln Oil dry, and then we'll come back and make some more progress. See you soon. Bye. Alright, I'm back, and I've got the gold on her axe and her sword done, and put a little gold on her belt buckle there, and dry brush her armor with the Necron compound. So she is looking really good right now. All that's left is the basing, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and wrap up this video, and then next time you see this young lady, she'll be completely done. I'm pretty happy with her. So we'll see you soon. Go bang out that basing, and then we'll see how she looks. See you soon. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, there she is. Our finished Arnise Elf Death Seeker from Reaper Miniatures. I think she looks really fantastic. Pretty happy with how she came out. Next week we'll be painting the Small World version of her. It's a little chibi version. So I'm going to keep this one on hand for that video. Just as a color reference. And then we'll compare the two when I'm done. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Hey Brush Monkeys, Tom from Flying Monkey Studios here. If you like what you see, click like down below. If you want to be notified when new videos come out, go ahead and click subscribe. It's like over here somewhere, right there. Those will both help with my YouTube numbers and bring me that much closer to monetizing this channel and being able to do what I love to do full time. If you want to get your hands on some of the miniatures I painted here, visit our Instagram and Tumblr pages. I post pictures of both of those on a regular basis. I post videos on TikTok on a regular basis, mostly to direct traffic here to the YouTube channel, but you know, there's some other stuff there that's kind of cool. So go check that out. And if you want to show some love for your favorite monkey-based miniature painter, go check out our merch store at storefrontier.com/flyingmonkeystudios to get our t-shirts, sweatshirts, long sleeve t-shirts, can cozies, aprons, face masks. We've got all kinds of stuff there in a bunch of different colors, including tie-dye. We've got some tie-dye shirts on there if you want to check that out. So go check that out. Go check us out on our other social medias and follow us on Twitter for updates on the channel as well. And thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.